welcome to Beauty by Jen. If you have or if you haven't been here, welcome either way. Happy Saturday. I hope your Saturday is going amazing wherever you may be. Today, I'm excited to be doing, my very second live. I have BJ the Best of Cab 229 Radio, who was gracious enough to come on to my very small channel. There may be some technical difficulties. I do apologize for that. That is not BJ's fault. That will be my fault entirely. Oh, thank you, Travis, for subscribing. But with that being said, we're going to go forward. And I also wanted to say, even though my channel is small and people, they do complain about my channel, to everyone who is starting a channel or who has started a channel, don't give up. Don't be discouraged by negative Neds or Nancys. Keep doing your thing. Keep driving yourself, push yourself, no matter how young, no matter how old, do your thing, keep going, and don't let the negative people get you down. Now that I've said that, I'm going to bring on BJ the Best.
Yo. How
Hey, BJ the Best. BJ, how are you doing today?
Man, excited to get to work with you today. That's what I'm on.
Hey, me too. I'm so glad you are here. Like I was just telling the audience, a lot of times we get discouraged when we haven't actually made it yet. And people try to put us down. They try to say, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You should do this. You should do that. Hey, just let a person learn. Let a person get where they need to be when they're trying to get where they need to be. But that's enough about that. The show is all about BJ the Best today. All right. So, BJ, I'm going to have you tell the audience a little bit about yourself, and then we are going to get into some things.
Well, how y'all doing today, man? This is BJ the Best, the one and only, man, the truth teller, man. We just here rocking with your girl, and we finna turn up, man. Like I said, man, I'm the director of Cab 229 Radio, and we just about to talk about a little bit about the history of it. You dig?
For sure. Perfect self-introduction. So, like BJ just said, we're going to go into a little history, whatever he feels he wants to divulge to us. Nothing, too personal, whatever he feels he's comfortable with telling us about, where he started, what BJ the Best means, what Cab 229 Radio means, and how he got where he got today. Most of us have a coming up story, and he's going to give us that story today. He's going to let us into a little of his personal life, just a little, just to let us know how he got where he is today.
Like I said, I'm the director of Cab 229 Radio. Man, like I said, it started in around about 2017. Me coming back to Fayetteville, and me getting hit because I started a show called "Who's That Peeping in Your Window" on YouTube a long time ago, and I was going through the way most people would go through when it comes to building content. YouTube wasn't even popping like it is now. YouTube was like shit you did for fun. You know what I mean? You sitting, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I might put a video on YouTube. It was like snap music going on at that time. So, I dropped the show, you know what I mean? I didn't be consistent that first round. That was my biggest flaw, was I let life hit me and I stopped. I did one video and it was great, like fire, but I ain't keep pursuing it. You know what I mean? I had kids at that time, so I started had to do, what I had to do when it came to that. So in the mix of me revamping myself and coming to Fayetteville to start my life, where the case is, I mean, I'm from the 910, but I'm from Lombard, the bird. You know what I mean? And just coming up the street, you know what I mean? It was like, well, I went to my homeboy house and they was into the entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? They was doing the parties and stuff like that. And I had met my guy, Nameless Validity. And he was kind of out of the music business, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of out of it too, you know what I mean? So it was like we're so happy we met at the party, and we just was like, they wanted my cab in the video, you know what I'm saying? And I had just, got to connect where I can put out content, you know what I mean? So I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna help build, this right here.
Okay, stop there, BJ. So when you said he wanted your cab in the video, what do you mean? Like, tell the audience, what cab are you talking about? Like, did you?
Oh, so I used to drive cab. Well, I used to drive cabs in the city. So I used to work for Yellow Check. That was one of my business adventures when I got into Fayetteville, and it actually had, like, you'd be surprised that cabs are in a lot of people's videos and movies and stuff. And I'm that, right? So a funny way to get back into music, and a funny way, to work on entrepreneur at the same time. So that allowed me to be able to meet, a lot more people in the city. So at this point, like I said, when I pulled up, we just so happened to had a conversation. This wasn't even his video. This right here was somebody else's video. You know what I'm saying? So they doing their thing, whatever. They used the car, you know what I mean? And I got paid for it. So I was like, I got a thing here, you know what I mean? I'm always start, put the car to work all the way through. So I did that, and Nameless was the first artist to be like, hey, I want your cab in my album cover. So if you go look at 10 Green Light 1, 2, you will see where it started. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that kind of got started, with combining the two.
Okay, so you say 10 green light, 1, 2. Is that the music video? Or is
Nah,
it
that's the
the.
album.
Oh, that's the album. Okay.
Yeah, so the name of his album is Nameless Validity. I mean,
Okay.
the name of the artist. He's out of Fayetteville. You can find him. And when I did the video for another artist, when the show started, it started when he put it out as a picture or artwork. You know what I'm saying? And he, put that together. And when he dropped his album called 10 Green Lights, that's when, the podcast was started at the same time. So when 10 Green Lights started, Cab 229 started. And while he did artistry, I did podcasting, and we ascended from there.
Okay, so take us back a little more. So before you got it popping with the cab business, the radio, like what? Tell us a little bit about what you were doing before that.
So then I was actually promoting artists, and I was an artist myself coming up in Lombard. You know what I'm saying? And Lombard got a dope music history itself. You know what I'm saying? So I came from that. And I wanted to be independent because I come from a group called VOC, Victim of Corruption. And from that, Victim of Corruption led to JTL, which is Just the Family. And my brother LJ and myself, which is BJ, we started the JTL family, and we started kind of like, getting our hands in doing promotion for people. And from that, back at home, it was an artist named Kid Cable and a couple more artists that we kind of like, helped do the promotion for they, mixtapes and things like that. But like I said, during that time, so running around in the streets, and then being a new father, and everybody having like, all this stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? The vision got blurred, you know what I'm saying? Because then we come from Lombard, so we got the attitude to be, like we feel like Lombard is a big city, even though it's a small town. Like we just feel like we the shit. We feel like we do our thing. This is what it is. You know what I mean? but at the same time, not realizing that, hey, you know, it's gonna take more work because y'all coming from a small town. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even really about not making it. It's like, okay, who's riding about like Atlanta? That's still the capital of Georgia, regardless. See what I'm saying? We Lawrenceburg, we the shit, but we at the bottom of the map when it comes to North Carolina, and people come through there. It's famous people that have been coming through there, their whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like we just did, like people coming there. It just wasn't like, okay, you wouldn't like J. Cole. Like at one point, Fayetteville was the same way. Like it wasn't no J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't let that deter us. So I was like, well, shit, we're gonna push this, this radio station, and we're gonna be the help for local artists. You know what I'm saying? As we keep growing. But like I said, a lot was going on. I stopped. That was the biggest thing was stopping. You know what I'm saying? I lost computers, lost the files, lost all of it. So kept going. Came to Fayetteville homeless. Came homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I gotta figure out, how to, because I grew up in New York City too. So me seeing what you could do in New York City, and then me bringing it back home wasn't too complicated. It was just more like, okay, it's not as close. It's there, but it ain't close. Like they promoting too. They putting posters on the light pole. Okay, we can do the same thing in Fayetteville. We can do the same thing in Lawrenceburg, right? But what we didn't know was the difference between mainstream and being independent. That was the biggest thing, because a lot of our people wasn't. We don't have nobody. Let's put it like this: our old heads wasn't singing. They singing in church, but they not like. We don't, like we don't have nobody, with the five Hartmans that started off going off to do music. We don't got them people. We got some gospel singers. I can give you some gospel singers, and I know how to do church things. But we don't got, what I love is hip hop and R&B. So that was the biggest thing about coming from, you know what I'm saying? But I knew that we can do the same thing, but it won't be as glamorous as, if I did it in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Or if I did it in LA, you know what I mean? So that's how a lot of that from the past come.
And throughout your time doing that, did you notice any like really good talent that you were like, wow, this person could really be big if they had someone to push them? Or like, is it hard finding talent in the local area?
Nah, actually, if you look at the music business, and I'm not even in the music business, you know what I'm saying? We just end up being in business, you know what I'm saying? And if you think about it, it's like, you waiting on them to tell you that somebody is hot. You know what I'm saying? And that's not like, you want to know who's successful. You have to believe in that before they become successful. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy to see it in Pee Wee football, or and stuff like that, because it's channels to see it. In the music industry, or whatever the case is, or what we got going on here in the 2-6, or around the surrounding county, is like, we just got to believe that you the structure. So it was easy. Like I said, Kid Capel, myself included, Youngin, Big Hots, LJ, S. Dot, and he's not like, some of these people not from my camp or nothing like that. But we all was at a point like where we was like, man, what we can do to put it out there, whatever the case is. And then, like I said, in the mix of that, we had a bad time where the streets was calling, like I'm not like a street guy, but I'm from the streets, so it was like, yo, we was out like motherfuckers getting locked up, we had baby mama problems, you know what I'm saying? I'm in between both of them, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, taking my money.
Go ahead.
We doing the car wash, we doing whatever we could do to be able, but it was just life happening, to try to, better ourselves. Because like I said, I came from New York, so I knew, from me being from a small town and being from New York, I'm like, it can't be that hard to thrive in, my community to have the same thing. You know what I mean? It just can't be that hard. Like, the work it take to stay in New York, man, you like, shit, all I gotta do is just fly that hill. That was the main thing. Like, all that work, you know what I'm saying? You make it, all this money, you better just Better come out here and work the same way.
For sure. Okay, so you told us that the cab has been in some music videos. You did tell us that. Tell us what kind of business you actually do with the cab. Like, how do you tie the cab into your radio business? Like, I have done some research, but I just want you to tell the audience.
Okay, well, so how did the combination come to? I needed content. Needed content, and I worked a lot. I worked a lot at the time too. So it was like the best of both worlds. It was like, yo, I ain't gonna be able to do my podcast regular like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Mine's gonna have to be on the go. So out of just sheer, you know what I'm saying, accessory to, I was already meeting cool people around the city in the first place. So it was like, and then plus for my safety too as a cab driver, you know what I'm saying? Because like whenever people, problems happen, whatever the case is, it's a he say she thing because it's only me and that person. You know what I'm saying? So and then plus I would meet a lot of interesting people. It was like it was built for that. It was, it was just like, gumbo. It was like, man, I'm about to go in here and get some cabbage, some lettuce, tomatoes, some chicken, you know what I'm saying? And then I just took it and just cooked it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how it went.
Okay, so I've seen some of the content on Spotify because that's one of your many platforms. You have many platforms. And I saw that the content was very varied. Like you had content about political issues, you had content about personal issues, you had content about conspiracy theories. There was a lot of content on there. And I was wondering, like, how do you get the writers to talk about that with you? Do you coax them into it or do they just want to talk?
So in the cab business, you are the person of need at a certain time, right? And it was therapy for myself. Now, as in how we exchanged, everybody knew that I already had a show. You know what I'm saying? So getting in a cab, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't no violation of anybody, privacy, but it was at the same time, they wanted to be helpful in a way of like letting people understand, like, you picking up somebody at their rawest time, like whatever that may be, getting out of jail, and that's real life. You know what I'm saying? Because you stuck with your last $20 and you getting out of jail and it was on some dumb shit. So they say, right? And then, and in that short amount of time, that short period of time that we riding or they situation they gotta go all the way to Africa, you know what I mean? Which I can't go to Africa. But however far we going, you know what I'm saying? They, as you can see in the content, it was helpful for both sides. You know what I'm saying? And, for my safety and their safety, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, that's how the merge became together. The people want to help.
And do you find it difficult because I'm assuming you do it currently? Do you find it difficult competing with the other rideshare services like Uber and Lyft, or do you get as many clients as you would have in the past?
Well, in the cab business, I got out the cab business.
Okay.
And the only way I got out the cab business just because it took a lot of my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it teaches you different levels of entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one thing to get money and you don't want, like, I couldn't go to vacation I couldn't go out and vacate without my car being worked. You know what I'm saying? So, and I had to be here. So that means my car said in them days that I got to pay for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if I got to pay for that, you know what I'm saying? Then I can't go on dates with my kids or some shit going on, whatever the case. And then the thing about cabin, the money was good or is good. And it could be so good when you got to make a decision. You be like, oh, shit, $500.
Right.
Go, to Raleigh and come back. You know what I'm saying? Baby, look, we'll go to Toys R Us. when I get back. You know what I'm saying? And they want to do this now. If I say no, and listen, you don't want to never make a decision, but it's one thing to be able to do something for your family that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And making them decisions. It was a lot of them decision making that comes with that.
And I remembered you said things were a little tough with your family and your kids in the beginning. So I'm assuming things are better now with the kids and everything.
Well, when it comes to the babies, you know, they still are gone, right? But you know what I'm saying? When it comes to that line of having kids, and when it comes to that situation, my kids been gone for like about 12 years now. And as a father, I fought all types of ways, you know what I'm saying? And I noticed that with me having a job, I didn't have the freedom to be able to, even though I had the money, we were just like, okay, so if they gone to, let's say, Georgia, okay, you got to pay for that lawyer in Georgia. You can't pay for your lawyer in Fayetteville and think that you can. That's two different jurisdictions. So, not to get on anything legal, but it was getting technical like that. So it forced me to be an entrepreneur. I wasn't trying to be, that's the latest style. It was like, okay, do I want my kids back? Yes. Okay, what am I have to do? You know what I'm saying? I got to be free enough to go to court. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to be free. And if I start a business, listen, there's nothing wrong with any size business. But the thing is, do allow you to be free, though. If I can't leave, the business, and I ain't got to that point yet, like where I'm just, like, nah. But it taught me, like, well, if I can't leave the business to go fight for the kids, then I'm really not in business yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm self-employed, so that means I got to get back here, generate that money up again, and go back again. I don't want to take a whole week off, because that next week, you don't know who calling you to do some good business. Like, I'm stuck in Georgia, and they be like, yo, I need to go to ride to Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it taught me when it came to, the problems I have with my kids. My kid's mother, going all over wherever she's doing, and me have to fight to, I guess, well, fuck it, lay down law, you know what I'm saying, about what's mine, you know what I'm saying, as well, you know what I'm saying, and being able to share what's mine as well, you know what I mean. Never wanted no issue, you know what I'm saying, but, you know what I'm saying, I guess that's what I asked for when I said I wanted to become, an independent man when I asked God for it, you know what I mean. Like, all right, well, I probably wouldn't have seen that if the kids was here, you know what I mean. So, that's how the CAD 229 radio started.
Well, I do think that's commendable that you fought so hard to, like, you put that away for your children. That's commendable. So go on.
Thank you.
Okay. So did I cut you off? Because I felt like you were saying something. Okay, cool. So the cab's out. We're all about the radio now. How are you getting content for the radio?
Well, it does itself now, because I already done built up. So, everybody when we started, everybody was at a certain level. Everybody's getting bigger. So it grows itself now at this point, especially as an independent, you know what I'm saying? It grows itself. I don't have to, because everybody done they so far 5 years in, you know what I'm saying? They 5 years in. So, all right, well, they're going to do content. What's going on? We done dropped 2-3 new projects. Okay, bet, you know what I'm saying? Or anybody who just popped out and started doing, because I'm locally grown. So it's always been about the people. So somebody may pop up and be like, I started a business. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Your first year, we want to see what's going on by year 5. You know what I'm saying? So we'll always have content. We'll always continue to grow because of that. You know what I mean? We started from that.
Awesome. And are you finding that it's pretty lucrative, or is it still like a thing that's in the workings?
When it comes to what the podcasting part of it?
Yes, correct. The radio, the promoting people, the having people on the radio station. Is it pretty lucrative, or is it like up and coming, not to pocket watch?
Well, I'll tell you this right here. When it comes to dealing with, I became a creator on a new platform. So the platform moments is just as about how the YouTube was back when Soldier Boy was dropping. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all these folks, and it wasn't like a major screen. Like I said, when YouTube started, where you at now versus when I started with YouTube, I didn't even know how you could even make money. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about that. It was about just uploading your videos, snap your finger. You know what I mean? That was it. You know what I'm saying? Now, shit, all you gotta do is get some subscribers, and I'm not even that old. I'm 32. But I was in the game long enough to know, like, yo, this shit wasn't. It didn't say get subscribers. It didn't say none of that. It was just pure creation of what's going on up here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem looking for businesses that, you know, like when it came to the company I work, have partnership with. You know what I'm saying? I'm in it for the building the brand of it. You know what I'm saying? Lucrative, it do make money. Is it like got me in a Rolls Royce? Nah, but I'm building it for content for longevity. So this right here is free fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Like I get money. Listen, I can go to sleep knowing that I get paid for my content. I know that for a fact. Right? Even though I don't give a damn, can't buy a Lamborghini right now. I know when I wake up, there's a possibility I made a couple cents.
Agreed.
So I mastered making residual income. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mastered whether $1 million, like I said, $1 million a week. That come with time. You know what I'm saying? But the content is there. I done did the work this time. I didn't miss out like I did with YouTube. I missed out with YouTube. One video. I could have been, you know what I'm saying? Like when it came to that particular time period, it could have been up if I would have believed in myself enough to say, keep dropping, keep dropping. It was gonna be a fan base for you. You know that this time it was like this time I was like, oh, new business. I got content. We just gonna build because whenever this company gets to its new stature of being, because it's years they gotta, people gotta get used to listening to this stuff. Like I'm dealing with audio. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's all on YouTube now. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know about this yet. You know what I'm saying? Like they use all these platforms yet. So you know what I mean? I've been in it. I've been already put my plateau in it. I got the skin in the game, and we building it for what we are doing here. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes with it.
Right. So what about your audience? Like, is it like a wide range of ages, or is it like, how do you know who your audience is? Because like you said, you don't really know a lot about YouTube, which is understandable because neither do I. But I don't know a lot about like the radio podcast genre.
So in the age group of 34 to 27, I'm straight smashing it. You know what I mean? We on fire with that. What platform that I'm on fire with? On Apple.
Yeah.
Which gender? Female. I'm not like far away from my male group. Like it's not like a big old gap. It's like maybe like if females 50, then males is 46.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to what show I get all that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so there is a way. Go ahead.
Like YouTube didn't have that when I got started, and I didn't care later on to really get back into it because I was like, by the time I came up with another idea and all that stuff, YouTube already overpopulated. It was like going to the club to everybody. At one point, I was the only person going to the club.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, it was just Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
And maybe anybody that was doing, I know for a fact, like the snap music. Anything like the dances and stuff. But as in like podcast, like hey, how you doing? Da da da. You can go back on YouTube right now and put who's that people in my window.
Okay.
Pop up. You can check the year and be like, what was going on that year? You be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was probably on the show, but I didn't know what I had. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I was gonna be the next Mr. Robinson. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that.
So there is a way for you to track your analytics and to know okay, awesome. Sounds really good. Like if I had the skill to do the whole radio podcast thing, I really would. But it's like
you actually in it yourself. Like never forget, like this stuff. The difference between back then and now is that when you TV, like we knew the connection to get a TV show, we would have been making what's that called? Not Comcast, but It's another word for it. Like what Oprah was doing. You ain't doing
like a talk show. Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's the name of it. The type of TV show is. She was doing podcasting, but because it was no such thing as a phone like that, it was on TV. So it's another name for it. You know what I'm saying? Now because we got YouTube and stuff like that, it's called podcast. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing no different. Like, this is a major show. I am a major business. You have to think about that now.
Right.
When you get there, you already thought about it now. Other than that, if it fall off, remember I told you I started one before. If I would have kept going because I didn't think it was nothing, to realize that I had started a wave. Even though I don't know, nobody cares because I'm from a small town. But when you take the time and look at the time on the content and look at what happened now, I had a TV show that I could have capitalized on that I let go because I didn't know what I was doing because I don't have the information around me. I don't have the people to be like, hey, bro, keep doing it.
Yeah, it is hard. Have you ever thought about coming back? Like, starting now? Like, even though you have all the successful radio broadcasts, you ever thought about doing both? It's possible.
See, what I was gonna do was turn the show into because of my situation with my kids. Remember, I always go back to my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give my facial time.
Got it.
Once that merger get back together, I want to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I also want things. That's what made it like. It was always the chase. Remember, I've been dealing with this for so long that it was always the chase about the balance. I am a creative. But at the same time, I'm in the chase of doing daddy duties too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I can't really too much like always be the face of it when it comes to
I have to
sit here and do this. You know what I mean?
Yes. I understand.
So whenever it becomes the opposite way where it's like, all right, they right there and I can get back in front of it like I want to and know that, I can still take them to school and stuff like that, then I'm all open for it. You know what I mean? But right now it's like I wanted to work without me being there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And do you have merchandise or anything, or you haven't started that yet?
Me and my team didn't decide to do a lot of merch yet. What we've been doing was just capitalizing on building the industry that we are in. I'm in a whole different industry, so like when it comes, let's say Fayetteville, it's Fox 99, and then it's me. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And no, it's Fox 99, it's 104, all of the old heads, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them, and then it's my technology.
For sure.
Coming in together. You know what I'm saying? So, and they don't got t-shirts and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just opening the door. Like, they won't open the door for you.
I'm about to put you on the spot. If you had to choose one person that you are backing right now, artist-wise, talent-wise, who would you say that person is? That it person right now?
Yeah, that's hard, man, because so many dope people. And you want me to put it on one spot?
I'll give you top 3.
All right, top 3. I can work with top 3. All right. And it can be any field or
any field that you have. Go ahead.
First off the rip, I'm gonna go S dot, which is nameless validity.
Okay.
Team green light, because if it wasn't for us having that conversation, you won't be seeing him doing what he do, and you won't be seeing me do what I do. You know what I'm saying? And he always, you know what I'm saying? I have to give it for him for the first one. 2, it'd be my boy Travis Bonkins. When it comes to his entrepreneurial spirit, I fuck with him. Borkins. And who the dope and be honest with you, let's see. And my boy B Clips. You know what I'm saying? He's in the mix of both entrepreneurship and plus artistry. So you can find all their content is online. So
great.
You'll see their history just as much as I'm talking about it. You know what I'm saying? You'll see it.
BJ's gonna set that up for me, y'all. He's gonna get me each one of those people on the show.
whole lot of gang stuff. You already know.
For real. But I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And I want to cut really quickly to where everyone can find you at. So stand fast. I'm going to cut there as I put this together for you, BJ, because you are a very important guest. I'm going to do that for you now.
Hey, look, NC in the building, baby.
Cab 229 Radio can be accessed through various platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Listen Notes, Pocket Casts, Facebook, Podchaser, and Player FM.
But like, look, I don't want to parade.
So that's where you can find Cab 229 Radio, everyone. So just go back, pause it. You can see like a list of all of the platforms he's on, how you can find him, get his story, link up with him, talk to him. I'm sure he seems like a very humble person who will have a conversation with you. Do you have talent? Do you want to get up with Cab 229 Radio? BJ the best, check him out. Like, he could probably push you, get you on the scene, males and females. He says he has a diverse audience. So, hey, get yourself started, make connections, work with one another. So now that I've told everyone what BJ the best can do, I will let BJ the best have some words.
Hey, man, look, man. The door's open for everybody, man. We understand this thing from the tip of the top. Like, I can't make your success. I'm not gonna blow you out the water. But what I am gonna do for you is open up the door, man. Hey, come in. Come. We got hospitality. I'm a gracious host. I like to say so. You know what I mean? And I want you to have fun, man. Hey, listen. You can come here into Fox 99, open the door for you. You can come here into Atlanta, say, hey, we rocking with you. I'm not gonna shun you. You know what I mean? I'm just here to be like, hey, I didn't have it, so I'm giving it.
That is awesome. Very awesome. Well, BJ, the best, BJ, I do appreciate you being here with me today. A lot of times people don't want to come on this channel. They say, oh, it's too small. I don't know what it's about. Are you talking about makeup, this, that, and the other? And sometimes as a small creator, you get tired of begging people to be on your show. So I'm so grateful that you didn't make me beg. Like, you understood what I was trying to do. You saw my vision. I see your vision. And I just appreciate you being here. And I would love for you to come back again. And don't forget, put me on to those artists. Tell them to come on the show. We can link up. We can do something, okay? Final words?
I'm gonna let everybody know. Hey, trust me, everybody gonna know because, you know what I'm saying, they know what type of person I am. So, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna spread that energy out. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, this is the #1 show in the motherfucking world, man. Y'all start acting like it.
Yes.
She got the best
Yes.
on the motherfucking show because she the best.
Yes. BJ is the best. I'm the best. And we're going to do this. So, with that being said, BJ, I need you to stand fast for a little bit. I'm going to outro the people. Again, I'm going to play where they can find you one more time. I'm going to play that. Stand by while I'm playing that.
Cab 229 Radio can be accessed through various platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Listen Notes, Pocket Casts, Facebook, Podchaser, and Player FM.
I'm gonna Player FM.
So it was great having you. And we're going to talk offline in a minute. So I'm going to end here soon. Going to take the people out. Again, please follow our guest, BJ the best. Please follow Beauty by Jen. Follow Cab229 Radio. Please follow Beauty by Jen. I hope you guys and gals have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you soon here on Beauty by Jen. And we out of here.